Hi, Ernest.
I can start with telling you go kill yourself because of your message. Just joking.
Okay.
I was going upstairs to my desk and you have sent a message. I'm waiting in a call.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm doing.
How are you doing?
Fine. Having a sales call right after this,
No,
but
that's good.
it's quite weird one. So I actually want your opinion.
Okay.
I got a
Elaborate.
prospect. Yeah, I got a prospect from LinkedIn using
Okay.
automations. He responded, booked a call, and now I'm going through his profile, researching a bit, and he's Pakistani, and I have targeted Boston, the Massachusetts area, but I'm unsure is he actually from Massachusetts. So that's a little
Show
weird.
me his profile.
Yeah. Yeah, but maybe a Pakistani realtor working in Boston, but no idea about it.
Yeah. About. So what did you say? No, I'm reading about. Scroll down.
Okay.
Yes, no. Okay, scroll down. Scroll down. Scroll down. Top. Teen real estate. Have you Googled Dean Real Estate? Where is it located?
Yeah, there are multiple ones. Didn't understand which one.
Wait, what the fuck? It says Pakistan. I'm very confused.
Get was joking
What's his
that
name? Haya Plaza.
that I can charge him 2,000 rupees.
Very racist of you. Granted, you don't know what. Yeah, sure, their currency is weak, but you also don't really know what is it he's selling. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
My worry will be if he speaks English.
He's speaking English because he responded. I
Yeah, but
guess.
it doesn't make sense because everything here is. One second, maybe I can see something. No. My worry will be that the experience is not connected to any company. Oh, and show services. Everything. Oh, well, American. But even his services, it says Lahore, Punjab. Like you know, when you're on LinkedIn and when you scroll down, you have services. Granted,
Services.
in the wars, yeah, like if you click on show all services, click on show all services. This is also sometimes, not always, because it also depends on the individual. You can also double check where does this person serves the services, because here, for example, it says availability, remote or in person, Lahore. Granted, if I'm being absolutely honest, in the worst case possible, you can just train negative report.
Yeah.
Because
And
again, yeah, like by the end of the day, you don't know what properties is he dealing with. Maybe he's selling to warlords. Like you don't know.
Okay.
And again, in the worst case, you can just simply, if it generally is someone who is in Pakistan, where the currency is not good and the standard of living is not good, just negative report, just additional sales training, just literally in the worst case. But was that your only concern that that he was in Pakistan, or was there anything else you wanted to ask about?
No, I think that's it. Like, just
Okay.
very strange lead to work with.
But is your targeting on point? Like when you look other messages up, has it been targeting the right people?
Yeah, like the rest of them, yeah. The rest of them for sure.
Give me one moment. Have just spilled liquid all over my web. Give me one sec.
Okay.
I'm listening to you, so you can speak
Mhm.
to me. You're just not gonna see me.
Yes, the rest of the campaign was accurate. So this is the only
Okay.
person who was a little strange. 10 bars. I mean, yeah, just basic offer. He actually messaged me after entire campaign was over, so he didn't respond until the end. And then he booked him.
Okay. Well, let me put it this way. In the worst case, maybe he moved, but he just didn't change his LinkedIn. Granted, I actually don't remember if LinkedIn was based on the country you have chosen or where you are located, where do you log in from? Because I know that, for example, if your LinkedIn is located in, let's say, Germany, and you log in from Dubai, it asks you for verification. So they can actually verify your location. Because I have nowadays problems that wherever I log in, I need to verify my identity just so they can confirm that my address is still up to date.
I see. Okay, that might be this.
In the worst case, a good sales training, a good negative report. Like,
okay,
literally, you can probably go with the, again, on the basis that it's actually lead that there is not much you can do for. Just go with the setting in your head of, I'm gonna try to make him cry.
Wow, that's a quite tough setting to go with. Just for me.
But that's why you need to practice it, because on the basis that you're gonna be able to make someone cry on the call, and this is not like, I don't mean this in a negative manner. Like, the reason why someone will cry is not because you call them, for example, a damn fuck. It's because they will actually not only admit that they have a problem, but they not only admit to you that they have a problem, they will also admit to themselves that they have a problem. That's the main reason why you want to be in a position where you are actually genuinely able to make people cry on a sales call.
Okay.
So, like, again, change your perspective to it, because like, you're not hurting them. You are there to genuinely figure out, okay, what do they do? Can you help them? And what seems not to be working in their business? And on the basis that they are the problem, very often people will not willingly realize it, but then it is your prerogative to help them realize that. And if it means that someone needs to cry for it because they are emotional, then so it be.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because Nikita actually has lots of content with myself right now, because so many strange things happens. I can't even imagine.
Okay.
Sales calls, cold calls. Yeah. But I think that's fine. That's a lot of stories to tell in the future.
Yes. Like, yes, generally. But then what other questions do you have? Taking into consideration we are alone, I can give you one-to-one. Like, from my point of view, it seemed like there were supposed to be 4 more people here, but it is what it is.
Okay, I see. That's unfortunate. I would love to have a general training, like what you think would be the most beneficial for me right now as a starting.
When was the last time you had the sales call?
Quite a long ago. I think it was before the program.
What I'm thinking. No, by accident I saw one of your sales call recordings, but I don't remember. I think it was in last year. Is I'm kind of hesitant to ask this question, but is there any particular part of the call that you think you're struggling with?
It was negative report for sure. I actually have talked with
Negative
Ismael.
report, I'm not gonna really be able to train with you because I'm not an emotional buyer. I'm not gonna be able to put myself into that perspective, and with intellectual buyers, you're not able to do negative report. Like,
Okay.
you can identify what seems to be the issue, but if you will, for example, come to me with a service and you will say it costs 5K, cool, pocket money, then just walk me through the numbers. Like, what, realistically speaking, can I get from those 5,000, or how can I get those 5,000 back? Simple. On the basis that I understand the process and I understand that the maths, pocket money. You can have it. Enjoy.
Okay.
So like this is something I'm not really able to fully do with you, but if you want to, we can do discovery, because by the end of the day,
Yeah.
discovery is part, like negative report is the part of the discovery part.
Let's do it for sure.
And just
We'll have someone join our call.
John.
Hi, Jeremy.
Hey, what's up?
Let's see.
Actually, Jomi, would you feel comfortable practicing with Adil negative report?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Then I'm just gonna observe and I'm just gonna cut you off. But then Adil just do the discovery part with Jomi, and Jomi just think of some problems that you may have.
All right.
Real estate. Yeah.
Mhm.
By the way, you can stop sharing your screen, Adil, because I see your positive report, aka discovery.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Move on. And we're actually working in Massachusetts, just to clarify.
Honestly, Massachusetts doesn't matter. But sure, Massachusetts,
yeah.
whatever.
Massachusetts. Hey, Jeremy. Nice to see you on this call.
Hey.
Sure. Before we start, just a quick update.
Wait a second. Did you just say nice to see you on this call?
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like you're expecting him not to show up.
Does it come across this way?
In my opinion, yes.
Okay. So what should I say?
Like,
Just hello?
It can be something as simple as, hey, Jomi, how are you doing? How was your day so far? Have you closed any deals today? Or have you interacted with any buyers or sellers today?
Okay. So that sounds cool. Hey, Jeremy. How was your day? Any sales done today?
Hey, my day has been great. Not so far.
Totally get it. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Actually, before we start, just wanna know your opinion. We're working with quite a few agents right now in Massachusetts, and what we can see, market is a little bit unstable. So we see that the average number of days that homes are getting sold getting down, but market shifts from sellers to buyers. So because of the lower interest rates, can you see the same trends with your clients? Just
Yes, I do.
so, Jeremy, just want to clarify, this is a very quick 20 to 30 minute discovery call. What we're going to do, I'll ask you a couple.
You already fucked up.
Okay.
Because it's 15 minutes. It's 10 to 15.
Okay.
Like, you already fucked up. It will be better if you just simply say, by the way, you have spoke too quickly when it comes to the knowledge you wanted to give him. Like, I have not understood the first part. And I think based on Jomi's face expression, he also didn't understand the first part. He just said, yes, I have noticed that as well. But then just simply say something in terms of, look, Jomi, we have around about 10 to 15 minutes. Basically, what I'm going to do is figure out where you're at, where you want to go. On the basis, I'm going to have a feeling I can either help, to speed up the process or just simply to bring you there. I'd be more than happy to also walk you through what is it that we are doing. Does that sound fair enough?
Sure.
Yeah, Jeremy, it's going to be a very quick 15-minute discovery call. I'll ask you a couple of questions.
Why do you say discovery?
But it's 15 minutes. Isn't it discovery?
No, it's not.
No?
On the basis that you're going to provide them value, he's not going to leave the call. Yes, it's 15 minutes because in the first 15 minutes, you're going to do the discovery. But then on the basis that it's going to be good, you're also planning to close him on this call.
Yeah.
There's no reason for you to mention discovery.
Okay. Yeah, Jeremy, it's going to be very quick 15-minute call. So what we're going to do, I'll ask you a couple of questions about where you currently are, where you plan to go, and are we a good fit to help you to go there? If I have a feeling that we can help you to get there, I'll showcase our systems, how we work, and the basis is that if that sounds fair for you, we can go with that. Does it sound fair?
Yeah.
Sure.
For sure.
It's,
Okay.
I know it's,
Adil, try
Yeah.
to like, like your framing is good. The way you pronunciate is just very monotone. Just try
Okay.
to utilize deep voice, utilize
Deep
high
voice.
voice, like
Huh?
something so it actually is more engaging to hear or listen to. Because Jomi, am I correct in saying that you're listening to it, but like after 5 seconds, your brain is just like,
Yeah,
going somewhere else?
for
Okay.
sure. For sure.
Don't I kind of come across like a little bit silly in that case? Just to, Yeah.
You're currently sounding silly.
okay. Yeah, Jeremy, it's going to be a very quick 15-minute call. So what we're going to do, I will ask you a couple of questions. Where you currently are, where you're planning to go, and if we are a good fit for you. And if I have a feeling that we can help you to get there, I will show you our systems, how we work. And if that sounds fair for you, we'll run with that. Does that sound fair?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you have the 2 mistakes. The tonality was better, but then you said on the basis that it's going to be a good fit for you. So you're immediately putting him in a higher authority position, which the purpose of the pre-frame is for you to be in the authority position. And you said fair enough twice in the sentence, which does not sound good.
Okay.
If you want to say fair on the basis that it's going to sound fair to you in the middle of the sentence, then just say, does it make sense so far?
Yes, okay.
Because you don't want to duplicate the same words.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
By the way, I see you worry about sounding salesy. The main thing you should be worried right now should be to sound like conversational, because from my experience, I could perfectly tell that you're just reading a script, and that's not a good impression at all. That's not a good
Yeah,
impression.
but that's why we're trying to do it with the tonality, because for some reason Adil just doesn't remember his discovery questions. Even though
Yeah.
he's not in the discovery yet, he's currently in the pre-frame.
Okay. Okay.
No. But that's why, by the way, that's why I also don't give you guys any scripts for the sales calls, because I want you to be capable of thinking. Because on the basis that I will take this piece of paper right now from your screen, you're gonna be like headless chicken.
Yeah, for sure. It's just a
Okay.
conversation after all.
Mhm.
So please try again.
Yeah.
So, Joby, it's going to be a quick 15-minute call. I'm going to ask you questions about where you currently are, where you're planning to go, and if we are a good fit for you. Oh, that was a mistake. Again. Yeah, Jeremy, it's going to be a very quick 15-minute call. I'm going to ask a couple of questions to understand where you currently are, where you're planning to go, and if we can help you to get there. And if I have a feeling that we actually do, I will showcase our systems, how we work, what we do. And if you think that's fair, we will go with that. Does it make sense so far?
Yes, yes.
Okay, you sound like fucking AI.
Why? Okay, because I think
Please,
I'm not practicing.
do you have balls?
Yeah, I guess so.
It doesn't seem like it. Like, look, hey, Johnny, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing nice. How about you?
Doing good, doing good. How was your day so far? Any deals closed today?
No, not so far, not so far. How about yourself?
Yes, this is my 12th call. Hopefully, this is on discovery, so it's not gonna waste any of my time. But I already closed 6 deals today. But okay, look, how this call typically goes is I'm just gonna ask you a couple of questions, see where you are, where you want to go. On the basis I'm gonna have the feeling we're a good fit for each other, then I'll be also more than happy to just walk you through the whole system. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. Let's do it.
Cool. Shall we just dive into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, wonderful. And then you can ask whatever you want.
Okay. It's perhaps I just think too much about what I'm going to say.
Wonderful. Please delete the fucking piece of paper in front of you and
I
throw
don't have a
away the
piece of paper.
notepad. Okay, then throw away the notepad that you're looking at every time when you miss a fucking word, and try to use your brain.
And don't get attached to saying something. Like, you don't have any need to say something in the exact way that you prepared.
Yes, you also need to keep in mind, if I tell you to say something, you can also feel free to say it in your own words, as long as it still makes sense. If it's not going to make sense, I'm just going to tell you.
Okay,
let's go.
Hey, Jeremy, it's going to be a very quick 15-minute call. But what we basically are going to do, I'll ask you a couple of questions. Where you currently are, where you're planning to go, can we help you to get there? And if I have a feeling that we actually do, I will showcase our systems. And if you think that that's fair, we'll roll with it. Does it sound fair so far?
Yes.
Sure. So, Johnny, I know it actually was my team that reached out to you, but I'm sure you're not hopping on each call when you get an invitation. So what led you to join this call today?
I mean, that just seemed like a good opportunity. I'm just checking in, want to see what is it that you guys have to add in.
Yeah, sure, totally get it. In that case, I really want to understand your marketing so far. So how do you generate leads, right?
Well, he has not fucking mentioned any marketing, so it will be fucking hard to understand his marketing. This question doesn't make sense.
Okay, so what should I ask after he was like, I just want to see what you have?
Well, first thing he said, opportunity. You can also tell what does he mean specifically by opportunity. On the basis that he's going to be able to answer that. You can also say, okay, I got you. So what lead generation methods are you currently using? Oh, okay. And how many leads are you able to generate? Okay, I got you. And then from those, let's say 50 leads, from those 50 leads, how many are you actually able to close? Like, you just dive deeper into his business.
Into his answers. Okay.
You're just looking for information that's going to be relevant for you to either do the calculations on how much, for example, he's making, and also that's going to help you to understand what was his, for example, what has he done, for example, in last year, and what's the goal for this year, and also how this year is going so far. Take into consideration it's already February, because then he should have done something in January.
Okay. Okay, Jeremy, what specific opportunity are you talking about?
I'm trying to see if there's something new that you're offering that I haven't done before.
Are you saying in regards of lead generation?
Yes.
For sure. In that case, just to clarify, how are you currently getting your leads?
Right now I'm relying a lot on referrals and also done a couple Facebook ads.
And how was it going so far?
I mean, it's giving me good results.
So are you satisfied with your current Facebook
Okay,
ads?
no, bad question. You can just say, okay, could you define good results? Like, could we be more specific when it comes to numbers, please?
Okay.
Or you don't even need to say, please, just could we be more specific when it comes to numbers?
Can you be more specific when it comes to numbers? How many leads do you get from referrals and from Facebook ads?
I normally get around 10 good quality, and out of those 10, 2 are closed deals a month.
Are those Facebook ads or referrals or both?
Both.
And if we decide to separate them, how many leads do you get from Facebook and how many leads do you get from referrals?
I have about 80 leads every month, but then when I separate them and qualify, I end up with about 8 leads to work with.
8 leads. Are they from Facebook or are they from referrals?
You just asked from Facebook.
Okay, so it might be my internet. Okay, sure. So you're saying that you're getting about 10 leads a month and you close 2 of them. What is the house value for each sale?
Again, no, stop. What you want to know is, did you say fucking Minnesota? Was it Minnesota? No, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Yes, just inform yourself what the average listing price of Massachusetts is. You can use Apple Intelligence, DeepSeek, ChatGPT, doesn't really matter. And then say, look, normally when we work, like, or just say, from other clients that we are working with in Massachusetts, their average listing price is somewhere in between from 435,000 to 650. What ranges are you working with? Oh, okay, cool. And then what's your average take home? Because like normally when we work with realtors in Massachusetts, their average take home is like 5%. How does it look like in your case?
Okay. So, Jamie, from what we can see from our experience, average home value in Massachusetts is about 630,000. And what our clients take from that is about 2%. So they make on average 12,000 per deal. Is it same for you? Or please go over numbers.
Yeah, sure. It's averagely the same for me.
So you're getting 10 leads, you're closing 2 of them, and you're getting about 12,000 per each of them in revenue.
Yeah.
It means 24,000 a month in revenue. And what are your profit margins?
My profit margins on each house,
Yeah.
it's about 50%.
Well, that's 25 times. Okay, that's cool.
Please don't compliment any of your prospects.
Okay, now I'm saying that it's really unrealistic to have these numbers, but okay.
Profit margins are irrelevant because
Okay.
you can
I
have
think
someone who makes 100,000 and spends 90% of it.
understood
Profit
it.
margins are completely irrelevant for you. You want to understand how much he's making monthly, so you can also calculate, for example, how much you are able to charge him.
So
and if he's able to afford bread.
That's important. So he just told me that he's making about 24,000 a month.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because okay. Niche. Sure. So you're currently making about 24,000 in revenue each month. And if you multiply it by 12, you will get about 260,000 each year. I do not compliment them. 260,000 a year. What are your current goals for the 2025?
Realistically, I'm trying to double it this year. I'm looking to double it.
So you're planning to go to about 500,000 in revenue this year.
Yeah.
Okay, stop for a moment. Adil, please stop being amazed by those numbers. These are not high numbers, not when it comes to real estate.
Okay.
And you're making face expressions like you have heard these numbers for the first time in your life.
Okay, that's bad. Okay.
You can literally be like, okay, so Johnny, am I correct to say you're making monthly roughly what, 24,000? Please answer.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so what in a year it will be roughly round up 300,000, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, got you. So how was the last year? How many deals were you able to close last year?
I was about to close about 14 deals.
Okay, so you have what last year you've made what roughly 336, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. So how does it look like for this year? Like what are the financial goals for this year?
I'm looking to double.
Double the current earning or the from the previous year?
No, double from the previous year.
Okay, so what you're looking at roughly 672,000, something like that?
Something like that.
Okay, okay. Okay. But then what is that you're currently doing that is like, gonna bring you there? Because correct me if I'm wrong, Jomi, but from my point of view, you're currently relying on referrals that, as we both probably agree, however, correct me if I'm wrong, are not really, in your influence, even though it's a sphere of influence. And then you're also running the Facebook ads, but then it seems like you're capped due to the fact that you have mentioned, you're getting the 10 leads that are qualified by the end of the day, that you are then only able to close 2 of them. So what have you been working on that may allow you to, get the 672,000 by the end of the year?
I'm looking to better my sales skills so that I can have a higher close rate, and also look into opportunities like this one to see what can increase my client opportunities every month so that I can achieve the double.
Okay, I got you. But then when you say, increase your closing rate and increase your amount of leads you're able to handle, would you say you're currently at the max capacity, or what do you think will be the max capacity of leads that you're able to handle?
No, I'm definitely not at my max capacity. Maybe 100 leads would be that for me.
Okay. 100 leads that you then need to qualify, or do you mean 100 qualified leads?
Qualified leads.
Okay, so by the end of the day, correct me if I'm wrong, your goal will be to, have 20 deals per month, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so taking myself apart from this conversation, what's your plan to get there? Because you're currently at 2 and you want to basically 10x it. Because sure, in a hypothetical world, we can do that. But then if we weren't on this call, what is it that you're currently doing that will bring you closer to that level?
I mean, as I said, I'm looking for opportunities. Definitely want to try something that I haven't tried before. I want to try something new. And that's why I want to hire a company, a better specialist to take care of my ads. And also I want to double down on the investment.
Okay, when you say double down on investment, what do you mean specifically?
On the ad spend that I'll be having.
Oh, okay, I got you. And when it comes to the ads that you're currently running, is this something you're doing by yourself, or is there an agency involved?
It is like in-house, something that I do.
Oh, you mean from your brokerage?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay, okay. So by the end of the day, you're basically willing to, correct me if I'm wrong, just take something out of your pocket to get something more into your pocket.
Yes, yes.
Okay, but then you have mentioned doubling down, the budget, doubling down the ad spend. But what numbers are you currently dealing with? Because you have mentioned that the brokerage is taking care of it. Like, are they also taking your percentage of the close, or how does it look like?
I'm investing currently 500 on ads each month.
Okay.
And looking to, like, I have gotten good results, but not great. So I'm looking to double it.
Okay. Then when you say great results, what do you mean? Well, like, what results are we talking about? Because I understand you want to double down on the investment. And again, I'm just taking myself out of it because I just simply want to understand your situation. But if you will double up the budget, as you said, that will only bring you to 20 qualified people. That will only double up the closing rate, which will be at 4 per month. So we are still missing roughly 16.
Sorry?
So look, you said your goal will be to, or your max capacity, which is technically speaking your goal, will be to be at 20 closes per month. Am I correct to say that?
Yeah, for sure.
Then on the basis on what you just said, you want to simply double up your budget, which is not really yours, but then hypothetically speaking, you will just double it up. That will bring you double the results. But then if you're dealing with 10 qualified people, that will mean you're gonna deal with 20. And that will mean that you're gonna close roughly 4 people in a month. But your goal is 20. So where should the 16 come from?
Maybe that's something that I need to think about.
Ernest,
I'd be more than willing to speak with you about it. Yes, I do.
You're asking so many questions, and I understand that you're digging deeper into what is his plan, but I'm trying to structure it. Like, is there a structure which?
No. By the end of the day, that's why I don't give you a script, because I want you to understand that you need to go deeper with what information is he gonna give you. Because if you're gonna look at the piece of paper that you had, for example, before in front of you, you are limited on what you're gonna ask. You're also not gonna have a conversation. You're gonna have a checklist that you're just going through. And the person, independent if it's an intellectual buyer or an emotional buyer, you're gonna notice that you're just simply going through a checklist. What you want to do is also interact with the prospect and what is it that he's saying, first of all, because that is gonna actually show him that you're listening, but then there is no reason for you to ask questions that are not relevant to his situation.
Yeah.
The only way how you can ask questions that are relevant to his situation is by listening to him and going deeper into what is it he's saying. So please try again.
Okay. Where had you stop? Was on his plans? I guess so. Yeah, Jeremy, so what I see right now, you're getting about 10 leads a month. You close 2 of them, and you make 24,000 in revenue each month, which translates for about 360,000 in revenue per year last year.
Yeah.
So what are your goals for this year?
I want to reach full capacity, maybe to the end of the year, which would be around 20 deals.
20 deals per month.
Yeah.
And currently you're at 2 deals per month.
Yes.
So you're planning to 10x the number of deals you're closing each month.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, that's a good goal.
Again, why are you complaining him?
Okay, just never compliment.
No, just say, okay, cool. But Jomi, I'm genuinely confused. And again, I don't mean this in a negative manner. Pardon me my language, but how the fuck are you planning to 10x the current closing that you have? Because with all due respect, you have mentioned to me you're basically functioning on Facebook ads and on sphere of influence, which on the sphere of influence, I think we both agree you don't really have any influence. It may happen, it may not. So can you please walk me through your plan? And if he's gonna say something like, oh yeah, that's why I'm speaking to you. Yeah, no, absolutely fine. Again, I'd be more than happy to, walk you through everything and see if this is realistic, we can actually bring you there. But then I also want to understand your situation. That's why if we take me apart, what's your plan? What if this whole, what is your current plan? Like, what if this call will have never happened?
Okay, Jamie, cool. So as I understood, you're currently at 24,000 in revenue each month, which translates to 360,000 a year, and you want to 10x it.
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool. So, respectfully, Jimmy, taking me apart from this conversation, how are you planning to get there to 10x your current revenue?
Can you actually use your voice so you can sound confused?
Yeah, take
Or
me apart.
at least try a face expression.
Okay.
If you can do both, great.
If you can mimic like a normal human being. Okay, yeah, Jeremy, that's taking me apart from the conversation. How the hell you're planning to get there to close 10 times more deals this year?
I mean, I'm looking to partner up with some growth strategists for realtors. That's why I'm speaking to you.
Cool. I cannot say now that taking me apart from conversation because I already did it. So what I can do?
You can just double check, which will be in this case. Okay, so let me just get it clear on my end. What you're saying is, correct me if I'm wrong, you're currently not really able to do it by yourself. Again, I don't mean this in a personal manner. I'm just being very realistic. My mama always told me to, be honest with other people. And your only solution is just simply to work with someone that's going to be able to bring you to that number. Am I correct to say that?
Yes.
Okay, I got you. But then on the basis that in a hypothetical world, I will be able to bring you there, is this something you will be willing to start with, in 6 months, in 2 weeks, or today?
That's going to depend on the pricing, obviously, because I don't know how much it's gonna cost me.
No, absolutely. But putting prices aside, let's say we're gonna agree we're both, but then on the basis that this is gonna be, able to bring you to that number that you're generally willing to hit, is this something you will want to move with in a week or today?
Like, I definitely need to speak with other people involved on this, but if I get if everything is clear, then I'm ready to start.
Okay. And if you don't mind me asking, what other people are we talking about? I was thinking you're the key decision maker, or is someone missing on today's call?
No. I just need to speak with my wife about taking a decision like this.
That's absolutely fine. Look, I'll be more than happy to walk you through everything. If you want to, you can also bring your wife, because then I don't need to explain it twice. You don't need to explain it in your own words. She can also listen to it, and then I'll be more than happy to also discuss it with you both, because then by the end of the day, I'm the only source of information you have. So if there is going to be something unclear, I'll be more than happy to explain it. Does it sound fair enough?
Yes.
So that will be clarified. Is there anything that is holding us off in terms of starting today?
I mean, to be completely honest, I don't even know what you're going to be doing. I haven't seen.
No, again, I'd be more than happy to walk you through the whole process, but I also want to understand where you're coming from, because by the end of the day, the last thing I want to do is show you everything that you're going to love, and then you're just not going to be able to make a decision because, let's say, it's not your decision.
Okay, so you can show me.
Is your wife going to join us? I'd be more than happy to just, I'm going to go make myself coffee. You can call your wife.
Yes.
And in this case, you have also eliminated the objection he can give you. That will be, oh, I need to speak to my wife.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
Jeremy, in which niche are you?
Yeah, it's real estate too.
Please stop socializing. Thank you. Adil, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you see a
I got,
difference? Yeah.
I got overwhelmed with number of amount of information. But it's okay.
Yes,
I
that's
got
absolutely normal. But that's why it's very good that you're gonna speak to a Pakistani.
okay.
Oh yeah, Jeremy, you weren't here when there was a context. Adil started the call by saying, I have a sales call after this. I was like, cool. And then Adil smiled. I was like, what's going on? And he said, oh, the prospect is kind of weird. Like I was targeting realtors in USA. And he showed me his LinkedIn. It says literally the guy is in Johora in Pakistan. And is apparently working in real estate in Pakistan. So I'd be very happy to review this call. On the basis that he speaks English.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay.
But do you now understand why it's not beneficial for you to have a script while you are on the call?
Oh, I see. You can actually,
as a matter of fact, I think if I'm not mistaken, you're still in university. If you're making an essay, there is a difference in between you have studied the essay, you're gonna stand in front of the class and speak about it, interact with people, ask Jomi this, or if he ever heard of it, or if you're just gonna stand in the middle of the class with a paper like this and, so dear class, today we're gonna speak about blah, 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 blah. Do you get my point? Because then you also don't train your brain to actively think or actively listen. Because even when Jomi was answering your questions, you have not interacted with any information he gave you. You were just going through a checklist, which is something you don't want to do, because by the end of the day, you want to have a conversation with them throughout which you're able to figure out certain informations and throughout which you're also able to move forward with the call. Is it more clear? Clear. Well,
I see. What I think now is that if I will not be going through the script, I'll perhaps fuck up this call. But that should be good in the long run.
Oh no, it's a call with Pakistani.
He still can pay 2,000 rupees.
They don't have rupees in Pakistan.
They do.
They do?
Yeah.
Was it rupees?
We have Chakusniki there. And it's like 200 rupees, $1.
Currency in Pakistan. Oh fuck! I know what currency this is. Yeah, I don't know if you knew, but after the war, the currency lost so much value that when you go buy yourself a coffee, you need to bring like a whole stack, and you just toss it on the table. Yeah. Okay, cool. Then Adil, go to the sales call. Prepare yourself mentally. Don't shit yourself. Please don't forget to record. I'm gonna genuinely enjoy myself reviewing it.
Okay.
Do you have any questions you need to ask just before you leave?
No. Good luck would be very nice. Unsure would you give it?
I'm gonna I don't even know how to say this in English. I'm gonna cross fingers for you.
Oh,
you got it.
Thank you.
You got the Pakistani. Go get him, Tiger.
Thank you, Ernest. Thank you, Jomi.
Bye-bye.